Welcome back to another video, guys. You join me with my little Mini Cooper S with its new little splitter on it and that. Looking quite nice. Just need a bit of a spoiler now. But yeah, you join me back at another video. I'm currently on 99 subscribers, so if you could get me one more to get to 100, that'd be spot on that, like, and I'd be buzzing. But yeah, just making another cheeky little video. I'm going to be in this video, well, as it says in the title, I'm going to be doing the top 5 first modifications you should really do to a Mini Cooper S before you like tune it or something, you know what I mean? It's not like modifications, some of them are just like common sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll kick start off with number 1. The first thing I would recommend doing is your brakes, because the brakes on these standard, like on the normal Cooper S's, the John Cooper works alright, but on the Cooper S's the standard brakes are absolutely awful. They overheat straight away. Like as soon as you could do about two or three pulls, you could brake hardish, and that's it. They've overheated. So yeah, what I've done is I only got some cheap little M-Trek brake discs, but like the drilled in grooves, as you can see in there, a little bit rusty. Like I could have done with spraying them before I put them on. Like, but yeah, and I've got some yellow stuff pads in as well, and they're spot on them. On the back I've only got little cheap standard little discs on, like, but I've still got them pads in as well, and yeah, the pads are spot on, so I definitely recommend upgrading stuff like that. And I've also got racing brake fluid in, which is pretty good. I can't remember what make it was, but I'll leave a link in the description, so in case you want any. It was only about 16 quid, but you can definitely feel the difference over the standard fluid. The brakes feel a lot better, so yeah, that's the first thing I'd recommend doing if I was going to tune my car. The second thing I would recommend doing if you're going to be tuning your Mini Cooper S is upgrading your tyre. Well, any car really. Upgrading your tyres, getting some decent tyres. Like what people forget is that these are the only things that touch the road. You know what I mean? You could have all the power in the world, but if you haven't got any good tyres, then you might as well just go and get the bus. You know what I mean? Like, people forget that they're the most important bit. So yeah, don't cheap out on tyres and get some good tyres. I paid I think it was about £110 a corner for my Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, and I haven't looked back since. Best tyres I've ever used them. Before these I've had the Eagle F1, Goodyear Eagle F1 asymmetric 5s. I didn't rate them very much. I had some Pirelli P0s, they were quite good. A lot better than the asymmetric 5s, but since I've upgraded to these, I haven't looked back since. So yeah, I definitely recommend some Pilot Sport 4s or Pilot Sport 4S's for your Mini Cooper S as well. The other thing I would recommend upgrading before you tune your Mini is the spark plugs, because I don't know what it is about the spark plugs in these, but everywhere I've read, like, they say you should really upgrade the spark plugs before you do any tuning on this. So I'll leave a link in the description to the spark plugs I chose. They're off Lowen, and there's some sort of NGK spark plugs. These come standard with NGKs, but these are just some upgraded NGKs, and the car feels a lot better. Like the idling's spot on, no lumpiness or anything like that. So yeah, that's the third thing I'd upgrade. Your air filter, because the standard air filter on these is so restrictive, it's unbelievable. As soon as you change the filter, the noise changes. You can feel the throttle response gets better, the power gets better. You can feel it. Top end doesn't feel like it's getting strangled no more. So yeah, I'd definitely upgrade your air filter, even if it's just like a panel filter or some sort of induction kit. But I like, me personally, I don't really think an induction kit for 300 odd quid's worth it for stage 1 remap, you know what I mean? I just go with a £30, £40 panel filter, like K&N or Pro Ram Air, something like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to the panel filter that I use as well, because that's a decent one. I did a video on that, so if you want to go and check that out, go and have a look, because it does sound awesome. So yeah, that's the fourth thing I would do if I was going to be tuning my Mini. The fifth thing I would do is, this is just a bit of common sense really, but maintain the car properly. So make sure you service it every 6,000 to 8,000 miles or something like that. Even more than that if you wanted to. I do mine. I change my oil and my oil filter every 5,000 miles. So I'd recommend just doing that if I was you. And to do it yourself, it's easy enough. I did mine the other day, and it's unbelievable how easy it is. The hardest part is getting, like, discarding of the old oil. But yeah, if you can manage to do that, then why not? If you want to get a garage to do it, I think it's about £60 for a garage to do it. So it's well worth it every few months or something, you know what I mean? Just to keep the car nice and in tip-top condition. Because what you've got to remember is the parts are wearing a lot quicker if you're upgrading the power, you know what I mean? You're putting more stress on the engine and everything like that. So you've got to be looking after your car, because people fail to service it to think, oh, there we go, I've had it tuned. That's all. Don't need to service it. But yeah, service it and it'll look after you. A few other little things is, before you tune your car, I would make sure you've got the feel for the car, because once these cars are tuned, they're a complete different car, and like, people need to learn how to like control torque steer and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, they can be dangerous if you don't know how to drive them properly once tuned. So yeah, just make sure you're nice and comfortable with driving your Mini before you do tune it, or even any car. Just make sure you're nice and comfortable and you know the car like the back of your hand. So yeah, cheers for watching, boys, and I hope some of these little tips and modifications help you out. And yeah, just drop a comment if you do get your car tuned, or if you already have had it tuned. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.